I think we'd like to be playing a little better, but in terms of getting some wins, it's a really good start. And I'd say I think for most teams, the weather's had a bearing on how much prep and practice, quality prep and practice we can get through. We've got some decent facilities here at Featherstone Rovers, and we're not short of grass fields, but we are very short of dry grass fields, and it's really wet and it's really boggy. And we have the ability and facilities to train on 3G, but that's sometimes unrealistic to prep for that if you know in full well you're going to train on a wet, boggy field. So that's having a bearing on some of the quality that we don't possess at the moment. They're a good team and they've been decent for a couple of seasons, haven't they? With with Craig Lingard's giving them some great leadership. He's given them belief they can play. And they've had some incredibly close score lines this year. We're expecting another battle. We'd have to be good. I think we'd have to be good both with the ball and defensively. We can't just be expected to be good just defensively. We've got to start asking more questions with the ball. But it is the Challenge Cup, and because you don't get a second chance, it just gives it a certain different feel. Every Challenge Cup game has the same feel. It's that you've got to get the job done there and then. You can't learn your lessons. And like I'm talking about what we did yesterday, we can learn some lessons and go again next week. You can't do that in this Challenge Cup. You've got to win. And that always brings an added ingredient to the game, which makes it exciting for people. It makes it enthralling. And we hope it's not a battle. We hope we've got the game comfortable. But, we're planning for a battle and we're planning for a tough encounter.
Considering the ambitions of Featherstone this season and the ambitions of where the club wants to be next year, is the potential to test yourselves against a Super League club in the next round something that adds even more significance to getting a win against Batley at the weekend?
Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be a good experience for us. Yeah, it would be good that we could progress through and draw a Super League team and find out where we're at. We'd be excited to do that. And there's all sorts of different versions of what that might look like, whether we go away to their ground or we host a Super League team here at one of our grounds and get a massive crowd. So, there's benefit for the club as well, but certainly for our progression and finding out where we are at. Now, we hope to get promoted this year. There's no secret about that. That's our aim. But we're in a queue with about another 4 or 5 teams who expect to get promoted as well. So I think all those teams will be saying the same. If they can just get a gauge of what it's like playing against a Super League team for our players, who most of them have played Super League in the past anyway, so it won't come as a complete shock. But the entity of this Featherstone Rovers team playing Super League, I think it'd be a good experience for us. I'm enjoying working with a really good, honest group of people who just work really hard, whether that be the players or the backroom staff. The chief exec's got an incredible work ethic. The owner's got a crazy work ethic. He never stops working. He should have a day off. And all the staff here are just doing whatever they can to ensure that the team's got the resource it needs and it's got every ingredient it needs. And for me, the blokes who I work with day in, day out is the players and the staff. And they're great. I've obviously been in a full-time environment for most of my career. But there is something about a guy who's got to put a shift in at work, who knows what it's like to put a shift in at work, who also knows that if you don't put a shift in at work, you don't get paid. And if you don't, you can't just turn up at work. You've got to actually produce while you're there. Because if you don't produce while you're there, you can't just be present. You've got to produce. And if you don't produce, you don't get paid. And when I speak about work ethic to these men, they get it. I don't have to convince them or try and educate them what work ethic is. So, for me, I'm really enjoying the experience. It's a great club to be at. The potential of the club is very, very good. I think it would enhance Super League for sure. It's just a good project to be involved with, but we've got a lot of work to do, and on and off the field. But the point is, everybody's believing in the same vision, and I'm enjoying being part of that.